So we're here at Arts Bar Liverpool for day one of Collective Inquiry North West Dance Symposium, and it's all about sharing the findings from the Dance Consortia North West Research Programme. Today is by artists for artists, and we've kicked off the day with a workshop from Soul Rebel Tap.
We've been asked to come and share a taster workshop of what we do, and that's on the back of getting some funding from Dance Consortia North West, where we extended our outreach here in Liverpool to different communities. We're able to train some more dance artists up so we could expand our education team. We took out like a typical taster workshop as we did today for people that might not have ever tap danced before, or they haven't done it since they were much younger. And I just think everyone should have access to some shoes and be able to express themselves with music. So I feel really happy that today it's been included and seeing everyone learn the shim sham. It was lovely.
Four. Day, day, tat, tat, day, tat, tat, day, day, tat. With Dance Consortia North West, I got a research grant. And my research project was to give visibility to the invisible South Asian dancer. So to find those dancers, see how we can give them opportunities and see if there is a pathway for them to take dance as a profession. Today with the dance artists, it was such a pleasure to introduce to them the nuances of Bharatanatyam movement. And we just did the basics of the movement and the technique of it. And it was amazing to see dancers from different genres come together and just like, it's so beautiful. You know, dancer is a dancer, doesn't matter what style they dance.
Today, I've been doing a creative workshop looking at movement language that's based around messaging and swiping, so the everyday actions that we do on our phones. The artist kind of works with collaboratively and by themselves, coming up with movement, using different choreographic devices. I think it's important that different dancers that do different styles come together. It lets us all learn about different practices, and at the end of the day, we're all under the same umbrella. So I think we can all learn from each other, and that's what elevates dance as a whole.
So today I set up what was been classed as one of the open labs. So we had 3 cameras set up with live footage, and we put it through a live process of effects. And then we also had live musician as well, and we can interact with those 3 cameras at the same time.
It's interesting to see how people were responding to that in relation to their own body, their autonomy in the space, and then how that relates to that technological aspect and that, the screen version of the performance.
You know, it's like people get quite enthused about seeing something new and maybe trying something new as well.
I think it's always great when people ask more questions, and they can see beyond what the practice is now and see like, oh, there's other possibility out there. So people are asking questions, that's a really good thing.
Okay, so we're here on day 2 of Collective Inquiry at Arts Bar Liverpool, and today all the artists from day 1 are joined by lots of different people from the dance sector in the North West. This morning we've been hearing from some of the artists from the research programme about what they did in the research programme and what's emerged. And we're just about to dive into some questions that have emerged from the research programme about the future of the sector.
I'm Bettina and this is Gary.
Hello.
And we're company Carpi. The research programme enabled us to actually tour Candle to different venues across the Northwest. It's been really amazing for us to, do so many things with the piece and get it seen by more people.
Today was our 21st performance of the piece, which is quite amazing in its 8th different venue.
We wouldn't be here speaking to you today if we hadn't had this sort of like ongoing support from the dance sector in and around the Northwest, but especially Cheshire Dance and DCNW.
Yeah.
Really, they really have sort of like supported us throughout the years.
So we've come to the end of the 2 days of Collective Inquiry. It's been a really valuable 2 days filled with lots of discussion, and we've heard from so many different voices from across the sector, which is really, really important. There's been lots of energy and enthusiasm for the future, and lots of support for all the work that's happening. And then we finished the second day with an incredible performance from Company Carpi.